Hey everybody, something weird is going on with Facebook. I don't know what it is, but I could not get online. It wouldn't let me turn my camera, it wouldn't let me go. Very weird. There's things appearing in the little boxes everywhere. Try another way of going live during your broadcast. I don't know what that means. Hey Lisa and Emma, Pauline. I am so glad to be home. Hi, Nancy and Barbara, Maz. How are you all? Oh, what a nightmare. I could not get on. I don't know what's going on with it. They did change Facebook over the weekend, which I didn't want them to do, but I figured it was inevitable. But then it turned out I got to my mom's. She had no internet, and we are like almost out of data. So I have been offline for like the weekend. And I got to my daughter's, and her internet is really bad. So I feel like so out of the loop. Hi, Allison and Miriam, Sandra, Debbie. I'm sweating. Hi, Helen, how are you doing? Today we have a little experiment. Hi, Lisa. We're going to make this little cover here. I had seen one somewhere on Pinterest or YouTube or something, and it was so cute. And I'm not sure I'm loving it. I do like it on the black. Hey, Anna. But we're going to just go over some little things that I found while I was playing way too long with this. Hey, Leslie and Cheryl. I hope everybody is getting your dies. I hope everybody... I know I made a couple mistakes, and I apologize. I decided I was going to take them home and do them with my mom and ship them, but I'm really glad I didn't because I don't have one on hand. But if anybody got one, you'll see it is wedged into this legal size flat rate. Hey, Orla and Helen. And she would have gone nuts trying to jam it in there. So it's just as well... Hi, Carol, that we didn't do it. I did it all on Thursday night before I left on Friday morning to go home to get to my mom's doctor appointment. So if I made a mistake, I fully believe it. Please just let me know and I will fix it, whatever we have to do. But hopefully everybody got what they were supposed to get. There's still a couple I need to send. Hey, Linda. So, apologies if I messed up, but hopefully everybody is getting them. It's very exciting. This is the die I'm talking about. This is what we've been waiting for forever because it was on a boat coming from Japan, and it got all the containers, 1,800 containers fell down, either crushing what was under them or falling off into the ocean. Anyway, they were remade, so we don't have those. But this is the die we've all been waiting for. So it's finally here, along with its little friends, which is the Pages, and this is the one we're going to use today. This is the Folio Page Pocket and Flowers. We're going to use the flowers today. And here's the other one. This is the mandala. So most of you got the 3 of these dies. So now we can really begin in earnest and use them, even though our friends over in the UK have been going to town for a month, but we need to catch up. So what I thought I would do today is open mine, because this is I don't have one of these. I don't have one in packaging. So I thought I'll show you what I do when I open a new die. And I'm going to try something that somebody had talked about in the group, and that was to outline the edge of the die with a marker. And a question came up, is that going to have any effect on the die? I don't think it will, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll see. The other thing that I'm going to do is add foam to the little holes, just so you can see how I do it on a brand new die. And I should have done this every time, but I didn't always know how to, fix things or how to make my dies work best for me. So I'm just going to open this up. And also we have the packaging, which we can use. And someone was talking about a really cool idea. They were going to make a die out of feed sacks, I think, or feed packaging. So they were trying to figure out how to make a template to cut out the you know, bag so that they got the part that they wanted. So I love that, because it happens that I was over at my daughter's who has chickens. And so they're really growing up. And while we were there, she bought another 10. We went to Tractor Supply and she got another 10 chickens. But these chickens are for meat. So they can grow them. I mean, well, whatever you call it, it only takes them like 6 to 8 weeks to get to maturity where they can have them for the freezer. So anyway, interesting things you learn, but I had a very nice trip. I went to see my mom. It was good. There was some sleep deprivation, but all is well. Then I drove up Sunday night or afternoon to go see my daughter, and I visited there, and then I got home late last night. So I'm still trying to get my laundry done, and I don't know. I had this in my head, what I want to do, and it just took way too long because I'm just not in the right frame of mind. But, you know, it kind of reminded me of Mary Engelbreit. I don't know if you guys know who she is or the look of it, but it's just kind of bright colors and flowers. And so anyway, that's what I want to show you today, along with a couple other things. I did stop in a couple of, where is my bag? I stopped in a Home Goods and Tuesday morning. So I got a couple things I wanted to show you. And some of them are more pretty napkins. And if anybody wants napkins, I have some nice florals and spring napkins. There's 15 of them for $6 over in my Etsy store. I also have more of my Easy Cut Adhesive. So if you've been wanting that, go ahead, it's over there. I'm probably gonna have to reorder again soon, but we have it. So there's that. This is probably my favorite. Look at that one. Isn't that beautiful? So we're going to use that in some projects. I just love that one. Hi, Anne. Also, we have some events coming up. Now this Friday, I think I have 4 people signed up to do come on camera with me on Friday for Facebook Live. So I think Ann Dexter is one of them. And we have Anthony, and I wrote them down. But if you are interested, if you want, I was thinking that maybe we should have an alternate. So if you are interested to come online and show us what you're working on Friday on a Facebook Live, just let me know. And we will put you on the list. If we don't do it this week, then we'll do it the next time, okay? Isn't that one pretty? I like, even the background is pretty. I think that would make a gorgeous journal cover. And then this one, if anybody likes lobsters, I don't like lobster, but I think it's kind of cool, the pattern, and it's kind of springy. So my daughter said I should get it, and I got it. And then this one, I really liked. It's beachy, so we're gonna have to do some this summer. Here's another one. This is kind of little farm animals. Isn't that one cute? And this one I thought was unusual, but I thought that would be fun on the front of a journal. So I'm going to play around with these. I'm really in the, you know, napkin mode. Here's another one. This is kind of Eastery, I would say, but I like the scale of it for like a tiny book, because we have that little oval on the tiny book. Hi, Tracy. And then a couple things that are weird I found in these little stores that I stop in. This is foam counting blocks, and I don't know if you can see, but they're squares. But I was thinking, for those little flowers, it would be handy to make like a stamp out of them. So that was one idea. And, you know, I would cut out some of the, well, I'll show you what I'm going to do today, but we would cut out a couple flowers and stick them to the cover. Nancy Krozik. Nancy, I went to school with a guy named Bob Krozik, and his last name was next to my last name, so I would see him online all the time because my maiden name was Lang. And so he was a soccer player, and that would be funny if you were related to him. All right, now here's another really kind of strange thing, but I love the little tool of it. And what you do is you take chalk, and I was thinking you could run ribbon through it or paper maybe, and it had two pretty color chalks, and it was $1.88. Non-permanent hair chalk, but who knows? I'm going to give it a whirl. So you never know what you're going to find. So that is pretty much what I found. Just a couple things. We have a couple more upcoming events tomorrow in the fan club. We have Maggie Harding doing her first Facebook Live, and she will be going on at 4 o'clock Eastern. So if you want to go over and check it out, she is going to show us how to make these beautiful flowers, something like that. And she's going to show us how to make a graphic 45 folio journal. So come on over and support Maggie. If you're not in the fan club, go ahead over to Eileen Holt Fan Club on Facebook. Answer the questions, because we have 7 people in there right now. They didn't answer the questions. So please do, because that counts in our group. So, okay, so please go over and join. Let's see. And then on March 19th, I've got Michael's class, and we're going to make a leather pouch. So please come and watch that. That is at 1 o'clock on the 19th. That's Eastern time. So I'm going to be putting a link to that together. I should have done that before I left, and I decided instead to do all of your journals. So I have not done that yet, but I will. What else? I think that might be it for now. There are a couple other things in the works, but I haven't nailed down a date yet, so I will keep you up to date. Hi, Gina. So what we're going to do today, like I said, is we're going to open the new book. Where did it go? Here it is right here. I opened it up, and I'm going to add my foam to it, and I'm going to outline it so I can see where I'm cutting. So this is kind of an experiment, but why not? All right, so let me turn the camera around, and hopefully Facebook is going to not give me trouble with that, because last time it told me to rotate my phone, but okay. Let's see. All right. It's playing nice. Okay. Let me maybe put this down a little bit so you can see. All right, get the cords out of the way. All right, and let me get you up on my computer so I can read. And let's see. Hopefully it's going to show me the comments today. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, excellent. You got your journal set, Nina. Good. Okay. Yes, I use a phone to record. Yeah. Hey, Lynn. Oh, good. You got yours too. Okay. That's good news. You never know. And it's like you're breathing a sigh of relief that things actually get where they're going. Okay, so here is our die. So what I'm going to do is go around it with this Sharpie. Hopefully there is ink in here, and you know what, I'm going to use my long cutting pad so I can see through it. I might have to move this a little so I can line it up right, and I'm just going to outline around the edge of it. I think I used this to edge another time. Oh shoot. You know what? I'm just going to do it by hand. I should be able to do it a little thicker. All right. It looks like the person that did it last time, or was showing it in the group, is more professional. But, you know, this is not going to bother me. I'm going to be happy to know where the edges are. So if it's not exactly perfect, that's all right. I just want to know where I have to line up my paper. And actually the blade itself is giving me a little guide here to go by. Hey dear. Hello. My husband is home. Okay, so I don't have my score lines, and I don't know if I want to do that. And really, this is the one that I'm really going to care about. This piece down here is extra, that piece is extra. So I'm just going to do this so I know, like, the shape of where I'm going. So we'll try this out. Now, the other thing that I want to do is I want to put some foam here where these little holes are. So I'm going to do that right here so you can see how we do it, even though I've told you. Oh, I know. I do have new ones. I just haven't unpacked. I am just still settling in here. I just got home last night, so... Alright, now this is some foam. This is adhesive-backed foam, but the problem with it is it's old and it doesn't stick anymore. Like, so I'm going to put some new adhesive on it, and that will work a lot better. And I did that today when I was working on these little flowers. I mean, the foam is still good, but it's just the adhesive, after a while it dries up. So I'm just using my Easy Cut adhesive, and I'm putting it on this piece right here. And then I'm going to cut a little piece to cover on these holes, these sets of holes. So I'm just going to cut a strip here. And then I have it for, you know, whenever I want. And then you're just going to peel this up and stick it on. And then you leave it there. And that's going to help those holes release a little bit easier. You don't have to dig them as much. Okay. Is that Charlotta? Oh, good. I didn't see you, Charlotta. Okay. All right. So my die is ready to go. Okay, now the other thing that I'm going to use today is, this is some, I wanted to try it on black, and I went through what I had, and I've got this pack of graphics chipboard. It's medium weight, and it's 8.5 by 11, and I thought I'm going to try this. I'm just going to make a little one. So I'll show you how I'm going to cut it. And I'm just going to use my, where did my thing go? See, I pack stuff up to leave, and then I'm just gonna go down the middle of this. 13, so what would that be? All right, 6 inches. It doesn't look like 6 inches. 2 and 13. All right, I'm gonna go right here. That looks like half to me. And then I'm just gonna, I could cut it with scissors, but why make it easy? All right, so I have my little track, so I'm just gonna, it's not gonna matter because I'm gonna die cut it anyway. All right. So now here's my die. You know, maybe I should mark these little score lines because I want to get right on the end here. What weight chipboard? It says medium, Donna, but it, you know, whatever you have. This is the one I chewed it up. It's all my fault. Yeah, all right, that's pretty much right on the line there. So I know. So what I want to do is I want to cut 2 covers. That's pretty close, but it'll work. All right, I'm not going to make it a big one. But I will do the 3 here just because it all fits, and I might as well. I don't know how thick I want to make it. I'm just going to line it up here on the edge and get my I should have gotten out my new cutting pad, so I'll do that for next time. Also, I was thinking maybe, I don't know if you guys have seen how to set up a Big Shot. I mean, probably most of you have done it because you have them. But maybe you have a different kind of machine, and I thought, you know, how often do I get to use a new Big Shot? So maybe next time I will set that up on Thursday. Okay, so here is, let me just check and make sure. Yep, that looks good. I keep shifting it though. And then I'm just gonna roll that through, and you know, I'm not cutting the whole piece that has that pocket. I'm just doing the front. See? Yeah, that's good. Okay, we're going to do that again. So I cut a whole cover out of one sheet of chipboard. I even have some left over. Okay, and I just want to do the same thing again. It doesn't matter because I'm, you know, it doesn't have a front or back or anything. I don't have to match anything up. So I'm just going to do that same thing again. And then I'll have my two covers. And I really do like the drama of the doing it on black. I like how it looks. I just spent way too much time, you know, cutting each beautiful little color that I wanted. But it was, if you like to sit around and do stuff while you're watching TV, that would be the perfect thing. Alright, so we have two covers now. I'm going to move this out of the way. And here is what I'm using. Now this one I didn't get quite as much, so you'll see this is chopped off, but that can be the back, you know, or I can cover that. And it could go either way. Actually, I hadn't noticed that. Maybe I will put that as the front because it kind of looks kind of the direction I like. And usually I do it the other way. I put the front cover on top, but I think I won't do that this time. I could put a ribbon around here or something. So what are we making? All right, Karen Bierce, we're making like a little book. Or the other thing I can do is just chop it off and do two. How about that? Let's get our thing back here. I think that's the way to go. Just chop this off. So you can see we've got a little ditch, so just pull down here and cut, do a couple lightly. Also, the other thing that's going on next week is Creativation. So I'm kind of interested to see what happens because it's like a new format. It's going to be online. So we'll see. I don't know how that's going to work. But I'm nosy, so I'll let you know. Alright, so we just chopped it down. Now we're going to make this two. Now this one, I used some different stuff. I like this one a little better because it's black all the way through. And when you bend it, you're not going to have the white, you know. But you can just take a marker here and go over it with like a Sharpie, and that'll cover that up. The machine should cut correctly if you have enough shims. It does. It does cut just perfectly. You love the idea of drawing around the die. We'll be doing it to all of yours. Yeah, it did work pretty well, Chris, I think. The knife. I closed it up, Maz. Don't worry. Still have my fingers. Okay, so now we have our book. And so let me show you how I did this. It's nothing hard, but there were a couple fun little techniques on here that I did want to share with you in my 2 hours that I spent prepping this. I did find some quicker ways to do things, which I think you probably will want to know if you want to play with foam. Now, remember the other day we used this. This is the foam from Sizzix, and it's thinner. This here, I wanted it to be flat to the cover, and it still kind of sticks up a little more than I wanted, but I still I like the dimension of it. So, you know, it's all what you're looking for. This has dimension too. So I had a whole bunch of these. They would probably work too. They are thinner, like I said, but they're dimensional, so you run the risk of like pulling them off. But, you know, if you just have it sitting on the shelf or you're using it and you just like looking at it like that, which I do, then that's fine too. All right, so here is what I figured out. A couple things that made this process go a little quicker. And that was to take my sheet of adhesive and just lay it flat. And then what I did was I cut 3 different 4-inch strips of the foam that I wanted. And I think I'm just going to do the one because I have a whole big collection of it. You can see I cut a whole bunch of colors because I just didn't know. So let's cut 4 inches of green. I kind of didn't like the green that I had. It was kind of a weak green. So that was driving me crazy. But see, they're either really bright like that, or it's kind of yellowy. I don't know. I like this one. But the thing that I found out, the ones that I was using, that was all the stuff that had the old expired adhesive. So I'm going to have to glue it. But if I were going to do this, you know, in the beginning, I would take 3 different colors and just, you know, lay them out 3, 3, 3. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut this at 4 inches because I don't need a whole bunch. So it's nice because if you did do that whole journal, that adhesive can cover, you know, the width of it, which is nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that down. And the tip that I wanted to show you, one of them was, and we did it when we were working on these, but I'm not sure everybody saw it, and I've kind of played around with it a little bit more, and a couple more tips for you or whoever wants to try it, okay? What I did here was I just spaced out, you know, this is 2 sets. You're going to get that, and that in your set, okay? And one thing to remember is that this can go inside here, and I did inset that one. So I did the yellow on the outside, and or yellowish, and the lighter one on the outside, darker one on the inside. I might have done it the other way. You know, you can play around with it. So then you're just going to lay that on your wait, this way. Go on the front so your back is adhesive. And lay it out. Now this method does not last forever. You know, you can't keep the same pieces going on forever, but it'll do it for probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 runs through you can do. Alright, and so what I'm going to do, I'm using my chrome cutting pad. I'm just going to, and probably this way is the better way, so you distribute the pressure. Whoops. And I'm just going to run that through. Do you think the flowers could be cut from felt? Oh yeah, Angie, they work better with wool felt. But you can cut them out of regular craft felt too. But you have to put some paper down first. We should do a thing on that because I've actually been doing some stitching at my mom's because she was knitting. So I thought, oh, let's bring my stitching. Now this is coming apart. But see how I'm just peeling it off? Instead of doing each one individually, it's just easier to peel this whole thing off. Now that got cut, but you can line that back up. So then you just pop it out. And if you wanted to, I'll show you how you inset it. Let me see if I have a light one already cut, because I might have to cut it at the same time. Oh, here's another little... they're never around when you want them. Alright, let me cut another go? I have just piles of foam everywhere. All right, here's this one. See, this stuff is just not very good. But you're going to take your die that you already cut and take this piece, line it up where you want it. And I lost one, so I don't have two of these to show this at a time. I don't know what I did with it. I just lost it. It's so tiny. All right, so I cut this out. And then if you want to put another color inside, you just cut that out of another color. And you pull that out. And then you set that inside here. So you can do that with the flowers too, and it just kind of, it helps it lay a little bit flatter, and I don't know, gives a little more detail. So I kind of like, see, that's how I did that one. And the other thing I wanted to show was, all right, see, here's your little flower, and you could do this with paper or anything, but say you wanted to set this around a flower like that. What you would do is lay that down and then get that die, which is right here, and just lay that where you want that to set in that flower and roll that through. And then that's going to cut out so it will fit exactly next to it. So that's what I spent way too much time doing. Okay, Angie. Hi, Anne. It's making you so happy you're cutting tiny leaves out of foam with your brand new flow. Oh, good, Anne. Man, Anne, we got to get together. Do you have your vaccine? Okay, and then you just pull that away, and then, let's see if I can find one of these little foamy flowers, and then you can just set that right in, and it looks like it's perfectly cut. So just, you know, just a couple things. Now the other thing that you can do is you can take one of these big ones and say you want to put like a yellow center in here. You can just cut a hole, or, you know, cut another shape like that, or whatever shape you like. That's kind of pretty for the center. I'm making a mess here. What's new? Hi, Judy Cantrell. You have been going to town, and I got to tell you, I was saying in the beginning of the show, I was pretty much without internet all weekend because many reasons. But anyway, I haven't been able to see what you guys are doing. I can see, and then I didn't have data, so I couldn't I couldn't write back. So I have to look through tonight and see what everybody's doing. But I saw Judy had made a bunch of stuff, which looked really cool. And now that you have your dies, yay. Kind of like the light yellow. Yeah, so then you pop this out, so you have that to use somewhere else. And these are nice little fillers. And then you just can inset that. So that's nice and flat. If you wanted, you could add another thing in the middle. Also, with this foam stuff, these little ones just drive you crazy. They're floating everywhere. So what I do with them is I just take the back off and stick them here so I know all of my little ones are there. But due to the adhesive not sticking so well, they're not all staying on. But I would recommend, if your adhesive is not working, just go ahead, peel it off, and put on some other stuff, because it'll just drive you crazy. But what I like is that you can, you know, just stick it right on your cover, you know. So I think that was what I wanted to show you. Also, I got out my white pen, but it wasn't working so hot. I did the 5, but maybe an 8 would be better. Now watch, I can't find an 8. I can never find it when you want it. No, these are all 5. Ridiculous. What is this one? I think I taught a class and it was... oh, this one. Is that a souffle? That doesn't show up. Well, whatever. Anyway, it's going to be the last one. Yep, there it is. 08. But I think I used an 05 and maybe it just wasn't showing up so well. Let's see. I mean, I was thinking of like, yeah, that's working better. You know, going around and kind of inking or outlining or doing little dots, or, you know, you guys, you're all over with Lindsay. She could go to town on this, but for today, I kind of just wanted to play around with the idea of filling a space, and especially black. I just wanted to do it, and I did, but it took me too long. But now I have all of these nice little shapes cut, and I can add these wherever I want. So that's kind of fun. So anyway, that was what I wanted to show you today. So here's my cover. Now this one, I don't know why that's split. So you just trim it off, or you could sand it. But if anybody's wondering how you put it together, you just add some adhesive here on your spine, you know, and just glue that together and you got your little book. That's all there is to it. It's very easy, but I love watching what everybody's doing and seeing all the stuff in the fan club. It's great. Hi, Debbie. You found your stash of thin foam. Now you can play with them. Oh, yeah. Aren't they fun? I mean, it's just so bright and happy, you know? You gotta love it for spring. Not the black, but the black really makes it pop, I feel like. You know, I even did purple, and you know I'm not a fan of purple. So, can you show how to cut pages real quick? Sure. Sure, Lisa. Let me get my die. I'm gonna leave that there. Yeah. I'm just going to take out my page element here. And let's see. Let me see where I have some paper. Hang on. Well, here's one. I'll just use this. I mean, double-sided is nice. Let me get a double-sided. It just looks nicer. Actually, I should show you. I was down at Golden's Hill the other day. Got a couple pieces of paper. Just a few. This was a good deal. This was a bag of, it was like $5. Look at all that. Let's use one of these. Aren't these cute with the skates? I love this paper. Yeah, this is pretty. Let's see. I wonder if I got any. Let me see if I got flowers, because that would be pretty to go inside. Oh, this is perfect. Look at that. All right, let's do this for a page. Actually, we can get two. 2 doubles. Pretty sure. All right, I don't have my big cutter down here, but I'm just going to trim this off. Alright, and let's just fold it in half. We know that it's 5 inches, so this is 6. It's a little extra. That's alright. And this is just basic, you know, how to do it. So now we have 2. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our page die And I am going to put another little piece here because it does help if you stick it down a little so it doesn't shift. Let's see. Yeah, you could use this. So you would just take these two little notches and put them on the fold. You guys see that? You just put them on the fold, and this is where I would add my tape, you know, over here, just to make sure this is even. Just put your notches like even, which I just didn't do. I should lay this flat. Who knows what I just spilled. All right, one there. Let's do 3. This pulls up, so you don't have to worry. See how that's lined up? It's not perfect, but you get the idea. And then you just roll it through. Now, you can probably do a couple at a time, but, and see, this is kind of fat here, but it's going to make a noise because if you have the option of tilting it, that would eliminate that noise, but we didn't have that. So then you have your little page. Just going to do that very slowly. And there you go. Well, that wasn't perfect, but that's all right. Let's do another one because we have enough paper. This is new. After you use it a couple times, it's just perfect. You can even take it if you have a sweater on or something, and you can kind of get some lint on it, and it will peel right up. Okay, so let's turn it the other way so we can line it up a little better. I'm just going to tear that off. And actually I'm going to trim off a little bit because that was sticking out. Okay, and now let's do it again. Over here, when we find our notches. And probably this is a better way. Do it on here so you can see that it's straight. And roll it through. Okay. I can't tell you how happy I am to learn about this use for foam. I know it's not new for some reason. Oh, well, good. Good, Anne. Yeah, foam it's good for a lot of stuff. I mean, they say it's kids, but I love that. There, that's nice and straight. So there we go. We have 2 pages. Isn't that cute? Okay, and then what you do is you can make, you know, whatever number of signatures you want, and then you just put your elastic around. Just saw some elastic. I think it's cut already. You just wrap that around, and then you just string it into your book, which is not made into a book, but that's what you do. All right. There. Okay. See? Like that. All right, Lisa. Many crafters remain in touch with the inner child. Yes, I know. That would be me. Well, and the kids like it too, and I had a lot of it because it just feels nice and it's so clean. And I'll tell you what, that mandala, that really does very well with fun foam. And the picking is easy. So I like cutting it out of that. In fact, I had an idea. I was going to do that today, but I didn't. But I have lots of ideas for videos, and now that everybody has them, we can get to town, get going on this die, because it's got a lot of options. So, all right, any other questions? I don't know. I'm really kind of behind. So hopefully on Thursday I will have caught up, have my laundry done. You know, we have a fun week ahead. Tomorrow, don't forget, Maggie Harding will be on tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and she's going to show us how to do these amazing flowers. And then on Thursday, we'll have another Facebook Live. And on Friday, you guys are going to be the stars. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to tag people tonight of who that I think I have. And if they're good with it, then we're going to go with that. And if not, I'm going to be asking who else wants to do it. Okay? All right. I can't wait either, Leslie. Because I'm telling you, I just got mine going today, the real one. I've been using my sample, you know. But I'm with you guys. I got my new one. All right? Okay, guys. Surgery on Thursday. Oh, good luck, Tanya. Yeah, I have to go tomorrow and get the stitches out of my tooth. Ugh. But it's feeling okay so far. So, glad that's over. Still taking my antibiotic. Anyway, also, guys, please keep Pam Bray in your thoughts and prayers. She's got some hard stuff ahead of her, okay? All right. I'll see you guys. See you tomorrow. I'll be watching the Facebook Live, okay? All right, see you at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.